And when you hit those speeds, you have to look in front of you. Because if you don't, you see here on the right what's happening. Boom, my teammates got pushed off the road, off the graasklinkers, and he broke his collarbone.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, Glenn. It's been a couple of weeks, man. Glad to have you back.
Yeah, it's been a while, but we've been busy racing.
Yes, we have. People have been asking about your footage, so we're back. We have more Dutch footage for you guys, and this one I'm excited about because this is one that got 300,000 views last year. This is the... Oh god, I'll try it. This is the Ronde Van Goor.
Yeah, almost, Jeff. It's the Ronde Van Goor with the graasklinkers.
Okay. That's right. That's right. You guys remember this one from last year? Glenn had just bossed the lead out. It was super exciting to talk about. There was really exciting crosswinds, and then those things on the side of the road, which you can see right now, which are called, say it again, Glenn?
Graasklinkers.
So they are like the equivalent of our gutters, and people in the crosswind, especially in this stacked field with a bunch of fast guys, just ride across those, and it's terrifying. We're going to get into all of that. First, let's talk about your team, Glenn.
Yeah, we got a nice squad here. I think we got 14 riders. And I was the sprinter for the day, also the team captain. And the plan was to get some guys in the breakaway. And yeah, if
14 riders?
Yeah, 14 riders. So it's a national race.
That's allowed?
Yeah, and you can just if you can ride with 30 guys if you'd like. That's the rules in Holland. Yeah.
I gotta ask, are there other teams with 14 riders?
No.
So the pressure's on then, because if you guys are bringing 14, you better win. That's what I would be thinking at a local race.
Yeah, we better win. Exactly. And we we wanted to win this race, so yeah, we made the plans for it.
So it sounded like you had a pretty clear goal. You're the protected sprinter, but you're going to stack the breakaway. Let's talk about some race footage. Let's get into things. Okay, Glenn, we are like 45 minutes into this 2-hour race. And yes, it's 2 hours. It feels like a criterium here in the States, but it is 2 hours long. It is crazy. This is Dutch racing. And I want you to be mindful of the wind direction here. This was a significant factor in this race. And also, I want you to look at Glenn's heart rate, 127 beats per minute. These are his teammates on the left in the bright yellow as a reminder. So this is all according to plan, right, Glenn? You're chill. 45 minutes into this hard race. It's been fast, no joke, but also at the same time, you're being protected by your teammates in the draft. This is great. But now we're turning into this hairpin into the tailwind, and things are about to go down.
Yeah, exactly. And I was confident. You see here the guys in front of me are protecting me, and I was confident because we had a really strong squad. You see here white legs, he was also in the squad, is attacking, and the guy with the blue shoes on the right on the graasklinkers, he's also joining the first breakaway of the day, who will go on to the line.
So those are two teammates of yours in the breakaway of 7. That's pretty good ratio, and it's not just about that initial effort. Like if we fast forward a little bit, you will see Glenn also nurturing that gap that his teammates have established. Because yeah, like you have to make that initial investment in energy to get a gap, and it's no surprise, by the way, that it's on the tailwind section of the course. But then you'll see Glenn on the headwind section, like bossing things around. He's quarterbacking it. He's the team captain, don't forget, guys. So he's going to get to the front, and he's going to be telling his teammates to be doing the same. You're marking attacks. You're setting a false tempo, and you are really encouraging that gap to get pushed out because you have two teammates in it. So I think that's really important. I think that's well done, Glenn.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, Glenn, we have a mid-race preem lap coming up. For those who don't know, a preem lap is a fancy way of saying a prize lap. So the winner of this lap in the race gets 100 euros, gets a pizza, gets a jersey. It can just be totally random, but it's a prize lap for the winner of this lap. And you're not going for it, right, Glenn? Because you're saving your legs for the sprint. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, I'm saving my legs, and the guys here in front of me, you see, they are contesting. And it's dicey. You know, we're going almost 60 k's an hour, and people are, there's all sort of stuff happening. And when you hit those speeds, you have to look in front of you. Because if you don't, you see here on the right what's happening. Boom, my teammates got pushed off the road, off the graasklinkers, and he broke his collarbone. So, yeah, just look in front of you, man, if you're going 60 k's an hour.
I'd say that's a good suggestion. Yes, if you're going 60 k's an hour, which is, what, about 36, 37 miles an hour, keep your eyes in front of you. You saw that guy was distracted for whatever reason, and people are willing to take crazy risks. It's good to see it happens. in the Netherlands as well, in Europe as well. But I've seen people do crazy risks for like a set of tires for a preem lap or something that's like, hey, your collarbone's not worth $20, you know? So anyway, I hope your teammate heals up, and that was it for him. So you guys are down to 13 riders now. Let's see how the rest of the race shakes out.
Yeah, let's go.
So, Glenn, the breakaway still off the front, big old gap, 2 teammates up there. You guys are chilling, but that doesn't mean that like the race is over for you because, hey, as you guys know, most breakaways don't work. So you still have to prepare yourself for the field sprint, and I want to commend you. We stopped here because you're still prepared. You're surrounded by teammates, and look at Glenn's heart rate. I mean, this is the tailwind section of the course. This should be the hardest. Your heart rate's been in the 130s. We're up at 138 right now, like chilling. Like you are still preparing yourself for the sprint finish. Is that right?
Yeah, you see the guys here in front of me are protecting me, and people in the peloton have given up the chase to the break or to jump to the break because we are all over them. We had a good team with we had a good day with the squad, and this is what we won out of it. We are controlling the race, and that means chilling in the pack for me then.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. I mean, there's all these teams who want to get across to the break because they've missed it or they only have one rider in it or whatever the case may be, and the position you put them in is like, yeah, you can try to jump across to it, but you're going to have 1 or 2 of us on your wheel, and we're not going to make that easy on you. Your heart rate was down in the teens there for a second. That's crazy. Just like so chill in this race. And nobody likes to get on the front and just chase because that gives everyone behind you a free ride. So well done. I mean, granted, there were 14 of you, but also that doesn't mean that it's easy. You still have to execute good teamwork. So well done, Glenn. Let's see how the sprint finish plays out.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, Glenn, we're about 4.2 kilometers to go. We're closing in on the finish here. You guys are leading things out, and I hear you talking with your teammates here. You're pretty vocal. What are you saying? It's in Dutch. I don't understand it.
Yeah, okay, but it's 4Ks out, and you see here only 3 guys in front of me. There's no way we're going to sustain this until the finish. So we are setting a false tempo. We only have to ride as fast as the peloton allows us. So basically it's going as slow as you can. You don't want attacks flying or guys trying to solo away in the straights, and that is what we are controlling right here.
So you're telling him just to save it and like chill, like slow it down.
Yeah, don't go too fast too early because we need the watch
Yeah.
you can produce at the end of the race at the finish.
Yeah, I think it's a misconception. People think a lead out and then they just equate it with like, just let me just ride as hard as I can. That's about the worst thing though. I mean, dropping off your sprinter too early is the worst because then they're exposed at like 500 meters to go and they just lose the race. So really the speed that you want to maintain is the speed that's as slow as possible while still discouraging people from attacking. And you're going to see this other team starts to take over on the front. But you guys are okay with that, right? Because they're going to just kind of continue where you left off, and you still have another teammate or 2 in front of you.
Yeah, exactly. And those guys who are taking over also have a sprinter who is with me. So we share the work over here with our teams.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Interesting. Okay, so now you basically just those guys are leading you out, but they're also leading their team out who is behind you. So you see this in like the pro peloton a lot. You'll see like a lead out that has riders from multiple teams. It always seems confusing to new riders, but basically all of their interests line up. They're trying to make things fast, so their sprinters are kept in good position and protected in the draft so they can unload all the watts with 200 meters to go. And then, Glenn, your rear camera is going to show up here in just a moment. I'm glad you turned it back on. Good looking out, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And we're going to see the absolute chaos that's going on behind you and why this lead out is so important, especially coming in to this corner, which we mentioned earlier. There's the rear cam. We mentioned earlier this corner being so critical because this is a headwind, right? You guys are doing 27 miles an hour into a straight headwind after 2 hours of hard racing. So this is not slow by any means. A little bobble there in the corner. Who is this guy behind you, though? You have a sweeper on your team?
Yeah, this is a sweeper. He's actually a very fast sprinter, but the guys in front of me are leading me out for this race. And he's basically our joker. Yeah.
We've talked about this role before. I've done this with my team, Mike Spikes. I've made videos about it. But his role is to protect you and make sure all you need to focus on is the lead out, the guys in front of you. And he makes it so when you do start your sprint, riders have to pass him and then you in order to win. So you guys are still rotating, your lead out, still rotating on the front. Things are looking really good. We're inside of 2 kilometers to go. How are your legs feeling right now, Glenn?
Yeah, my legs are feeling great here. And you see here in the right camp, people are trying to get in front of the bike race. And
it's hard though, at 31 miles an hour, over 50 Ks an hour. It's a hard thing to do.
But it's not fast enough because you see here guys are still moving up. And it's time to go to step it up a little. And I encourage my guys to ride a little faster because I got the feeling I got a bit swarmed. And that is exactly what happens over here.
But your communication's still great. And as we approach the final K here, you are getting swarmed a little bit. This is one reason why the sweeper is important. But also, now it's time for your 2 guys within, I would say, the next 200 or 300 meters to really take the front and really step on the pace, because you don't want to get swarmed too bad like you are right now, because you can see the difficulty it poses. Like, you're really having to fight for your teammate's wheel. Yeah. And this is not what you want to have to do with 1 kilometer to go. Were you worried at this point that you were maybe getting boxed in? Because this looks a little bit terrifying, not going to lie.
No, I'm fairly comfortable here. Just look at the thighs of my teammate over here. I know when he unleashes his lead out, no one is gonna ride next to him. So I'm just glued on his wheel.
And also, you have confidence to push those guys aside, right? Because Glenn, you're also what, 80 Ks? 80,
yeah. Let's say 80 Ks. Yeah.
Rounding down, 80 Ks. Yeah. So Glenn's a big guy. Physical contact, especially in this field, is not a surprise, and Glenn's skilled at it. So Glenn's going to kind of box his way through this crowd, and just like he said, here we go. Your teammate's taking the front 600 meters. This is perfect timing because now you can really open it up. Now we're going 56 Ks, 35 miles an hour. Now it's really hard to pass. It's getting strung out again. And the timing's wonderful because your front guy's going to pull off here in a moment. That was a great pull, by the way. And now your final guy takes over at 450. This timing is just absolutely perfect.
Thank you, Jeff. And you see the guy who was riding next to me is backing off because he can't follow the pace. And you see here Thunder Ties, the Dutch Thunder Ties. It's spinning it up, and I'm hurting at this moment, and I have to make another jump. And you see me here going 1150 watts. Is my best sprint, but luckily there's a sweeper.
There's the sweeper coming through because you just started to get taken over at the line, and you were almost spun out. You were telling me, right? You weren't really geared for a 40-mile-an-hour field sprint. No,
that's not my cup of tea. I'm more a guy who spins it up from 80, 85. So he's a former BMXer, and he's just great at spinning up his legs real fast, and he can make power with it.
So this is another reason to have a good sweeper because, unfortunately you got passed right at the line, but the good news is it was your teammate. As always, Glenn, great having you on, man. Great execution.
Thanks, Jeff. It was nice speaking with you again and making this content.
Talk to you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Klasse, mannen. Hi, Jim. Top. Lekker, man. Bedankt, top gedaan. Goed gereden, jongen. Hartstikke goed gereden, hè.